was waiting for the Epic to respond that I am able to create a new account.
Yeah.
We're back. Just a heads up.
Hi.
Hi. Sorry. Just making sure everything's completely up and running. Yes, we are. Welcome, everybody, to another episode of 5th edition Dungeons & Dragons Tomb of Annihilation TPK. So, last time on Lost. No, I feel like we're living a big episode of it.
Actually, we are on the island. It's mostly
And
jungle.
we have met a smoke monster.
Ooh.
Correct.
Ooh.
Lost confirmed.
Who's got the fascination with knives?
Oh, well, that would be Nerevar.
Mm.
One particular knife, though.
Yep.
Maybe it's the knife that's fascinated with Tobias.
Yeah, that's the other way around.
In D&D, knife have fascination with you.
That's right. All right, so let's do the introductions, shall we? We'll start down in the bottom right corner there. We've got Kashcah,
Howdy.
who is our dungeon master / games master, the person who runs the game.
Indeed.
Tells
I
us if we're
tried.
doing
I
it right or
tried.
wrong. Mm-hmm. Now, straight up from her, we've got Gao, who is an NPC, who has
And
joined
the
us.
cutest gosh darn kobold in the world.
King of the kobolds, no less. As crowned by us. And then if you look down on the screen here, I'm highlighting Orvex Akramas, who is also an NPC that joined us last episode. And then above Akramas, we have Rorax.
Hello, I am Rex. I am playing Aelia, the Centaur Cleric, and you can also find me, that's me, not Aelia, on the YouTubes at RoraxPlays.
Mm-hmm. Indeed. And next to Rorax, we have Nerevar.
Yes, that's I. I am Nerevar, and I'll be playing as Tobias Salazar, Spacial sorcerer who is commanding his dragon-like idol on Arokh Ironscale. And I also happen to have a Twitch channel, so
Yes, he does. It's NerevarDZN. Check it out. And next to Nerevar, we have Kellisto.
Hello, I'm Kellisto of the Bear God Clan, and I am a half-elf druid.
And next to her, we have Lyssa, who we were anticipating today, but is not able to join us at this time. She's previously and will potentially be playing
Lyssa plays.
a barbarian Lizardfolk by the name of Valia Bonesmasher. And then next to her, we have myself. I'm Vallen. I play as Ulfgar Holderheck, a dwarven bard sorcerer. And also, I run a YouTube and Twitch channel. You're hopefully watching it on one of those two right now. So if you haven't already, check out the
Congrats.
links in the descriptions below. So, yeah.
You found
you.
us. You found the marble in the oatmeal.
Good old Weird Al. So last episode, we traveled pretty much into this area here that I'm kind of let's ping actually. There we go, into this area, and found a whole bunch of dead people that had been killed and were smoldering as they had been piled in a pyre. Kellisto talked to some dogs that were eating them. And found out that it was Yuan-Ti, or snake-like people, who had killed off the Red Wizards, as we found out, from Orvex Akramas, the NPC who we found in the rubble, half buried alive. Yeah, not half alive and buried, but he was half buried alive. And we dug him out. He wanted to come with us because otherwise he was sure he was going to die. Though I think it's probably sure either way you look at it. And I've got this friend by the name of Valena. Or Valindra. There you go, Valindra. Yeah.
Ouch.
But he's a translator and wanted to help us out as best he could to earn his keep and safety. So we're going to try and keep him safe while continuing to explore the ruins. We moved on further west into this area here, the Froghemoth Shrine, which Ulfgar found out the hard way was indeed populated by a Froghemoth. Upon dispatching such an item from the rest of the group and a near death of Ulfgar, the rest of them were able to puzzle together another puzzle cube from the little, maze, not maze, traps and tricks that were inside the shrine. And then we decided we were going to head on a little bit more to the northeast in pursuit of another shrine somewhere in this direction, under the suggestion of Orvex, as there was also a base of where his people that he was working for were staying at here, and we planned on stopping by on the way by to see if there were any last remains of people in that area. Watching out for Yuan-Ti and gargoyles, as well as just about everything else in this jungle. Seems to be living in this abandoned city. So there you go. I believe I've kind of recapped last episode a bit. Kashcah, take it away.
So I have to say before I get into it that I don't know if anybody here has watched. There's a UK show. Actually, they've revitalized it recently, or I don't know, but called Crystal Maze. And it was previously like Richard O'Brien was the presenter on it. He was fantastic, of course. But yeah, these two shrines feel a lot like Crystal Maze stuff. So it's very like
I could totally see that.
I'm expecting Richard O'Brien to like jump out of the bushes at any moment. Maybe today. We shall see. But yes.
The group doesn't get to hit the button to abandon the objective and try later.
No. Okay, so you, yes, had spent most of the day like between, bartering with dogs and, freeing Ulfgar from bellies of Froghemoths. It is kind of like late afternoonish, I would say. And yeah, I think you had kind of, talked about as Vallen is so kindly measuring out heading towards the river. Orvex had said that this was a shrine that his group had previously kind of successfully completed, and this one was as well. And what he'd said actually was that they'd made their base in this area, and that they'd been hanging out here as kind of a base of operations and then venturing further into the city. But the Yuan-Ti soon undid those plans. So
put a stop to it.
Exactly. So it's getting kind of late in the afternoon. There's still definitely some daylight left, but just so you kind of have an idea of how much time you have. So what would you like to do?
I'd like to check to see if I healed myself. Oh, that's right. People did heal me afterwards, so I'm alright. Ulfgar would say we should best be on our way. I'm not exactly eager to stay in this shrine area or near the dog pile of bodies.
Oh.
I think we should check out where they were camping, because maybe they have the other pieces there.
It's worth a try. Or more evidence of their remains, depending upon how they fared with the Yuan-Ti. So we should head. I'm going to try clicking, or I'll use the arrow. Try going here then? Yes?
Yeah, that's where
Okay.
they were camping, right?
So I'm going to
Vix, what do you say?
Orvex says, well, we certainly, emptied that shrine of all its dangers.
That sounds good. Maybe that's at least a safer place to camp.
He says there is a bridge across the river. He says it's not good lord, would you stop? He says it's not especially it's not a man-made bridge per se. Or not a constructed bridge. It's just a big tree that somebody has thrown across a very narrow point between the banks. So he says, but we made it across there fine. So he says he's sure that that this group could as well.
All right.
Well then, Ulfgar.
Valia, lead on like you've been doing.
Okay, so Valia will.
And when we get to the walkway, Ulfgar will scout again to make sure it's safe, and then we'll proceed.
Okay. Valia will kind of head out of the kind of shrine area where you are, and she heads kind of northeastish, and then it skirts across the top of the walled complex where you found Rorax, and then stops when she kind of gets to the steps here.
Okay. Do you want me to do a roll or anything?
Are you going up to the walkway? Is that kind of what you're?
Basically, I'm gonna just try and be stealthy up to the stairs, take a look, go up on top of the walkway, take a look, see if we can get across to the other side, cross, and then take a look over there to make sure that it's safe.
Okay. So yeah, when you you're just kind of like looking around. Is that what you're up to?
Yeah, seeing if we'll be spotted by anything upon going up into this exposed area instead of staying in the foliage.
Okay. Make a perception check.
It's pretty good.
Sorry, I didn't. So you see, it looks pretty much the same as it looked when you first went across, previously after your kind of grung encounter. But the one thing that you do see different is from the north, kind of in this area over here, right, somewhere around here. You see a small wisp of smoke, just kind of spiraling upwards a little. It's a lot less like when you saw smoke from over here. There was a fair amount of smoke, quite a bit going on, but over there you just see one small wisp.
Okay. Then I'd proceed across.
Okay. Valia will follow you.
Okay. And just check to make sure that the other side is clear and that we're okay to get back into the foliage along the edge of the path.
Yeah. You don't see.
Okay. Then I go back up to the platform. I don't think. Yeah, I go up to the edge here and use message to call to the rest of the group that it should be safe to cross.
So we're going then.
Yep, upon hearing the message, I'll trot along.
Me too.
Did you turn into a horse?
No. Sorry, I will walk alongside everyone else.
All right. So yeah, I mean, there's nothing special happens when you walk up over the causeway.
Proceed on to the tree bridge.
Okay.
We noticed with that little smoke in the north.
Yeah, if you're kind of stopping to look, then make a perception check. Or, I mean, Ulfgar, would you?
He would have mentioned it upon everybody
it?
getting to the other side. Yeah.
Because I would say something about. Do you think that might be Artemis and Dragonbait? Or possible it's Artemis and Dragonbait?
Ulfgar would say, I doubt it. That would probably draw attention to them.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, good point. Never mind then.
Orvex,
Probably.
any ideas there?
He says, I have no idea who that is.
Right.
There are no remnants of your party?
Not the group that I was with, he says, but I am aware that there was, more than one group of red wizards around.
Should we take a look?
Ulfgar would try and compare the smoke from one to the smoke from the pile that we've already visited and see if they're similar.
You would say they're not similar at all. Yeah, the smoke from the pile that you visited was quite dark, and there was a lot more of it, and
Okay.
this looks like a paler smoke, and there's just a little bit of it.
So then Ulfgar would say it's likely that that's a habited fire, from the looks of it from here, something that's being tended to and not a pyre like we saw before with the dogs. I'm not sure. I'm not sure if finding other inhabitants is a good thing. There might be snake people.
Well, given that you're wounded, maybe we should just continue going, and so you can rest.
Ulfgar just kind of looks at you like.
I pat you on the head.
Like you kind of wounded his pride a little bit, and he's just like, "I'm fine. It's just a frog."
Just a frog.
There you go. He proceeds to
Just a giant frog that's
travel
rolling
on.
Maybe we can send someone in to take a look. And Aelia looks to Kellisto.
Yeah, I was debating about that. I wasn't sure if you guys would be mad if I broke up the party again. If you guys want me to, I can turn into something and just kind of go stealthily check. Well, hopefully stealthily.
I would appreciate that, Kellisto.
Turn into like a little snake, tiny snake, and you end up accidentally knocking down a tree.
There's no need for you to check it up close. It was idea if you just go high enough in the sky to see if there's something worth checking.
Oh, well, I can't fly. Only one other person in this party can fly.
Can you turn into like a hawk? Or...
Nope, not yet. I'm practicing, but no, I can't do that yet. I can only swim, and I'm only a water and land animal.
Yeah, but unfortunately, Arokh would draw attention to us.
Right.
I'll go. I can sneak over there. I will meet you guys at the tree.
All right.
Okay, if you really want to, just.
Yeah.
If we don't see you there by sundown, we're coming for you.
I heft off my pack and I throw it at Tobias and say, "Here you go. You can carry this."
Very well done.
I'm gonna go ahead and turn into a panther.
Ooh.
Okay, very cool.
Yay.
So are you kind of sticking to ground level to go there, or do you want to walk along the causeway, or?
Oh, I'm gonna stick to the bottom part of the wall.
Okay. So make a stealth check for your journey there.
Awesome.
Yeah. So you proceed there. So we'll come back to the rest of the group in a minute, and then you can do your bit of journey towards there. So you kind of sneak, using the shadows of the buildings and various, bushes and trees and whatnot to kind of make your way along there. And then are you going? Then what are you doing? When you get to the second set of steps.
I'm gonna slowly kind of walk up the steps and see how far I can, like, slink down, like a cat does, and see what.
Okay.
I can see the tail, or the back end going back and forth.
Well, I thought about turning into a spider, but then I wasn't sure if I'd be able to see anything.
Also, it seems like it would take you quite a while to get there. But
Let's see how big the spider would be.
That's true.
Well, that's true. I can be big.
Mm-hmm. So you see, so what you see from the top of the causeway in that area is, it looks like a camp has been set up at this place. But it looks like a mixture of, like, there's some newer equipment and there's some older tents. And there seems to be like some junk that's been left behind and is rotted. And some of the tents are old, the older tents are like moldy. And then, at the center of the camp, there's two things actually, and I mean, they're not right both at the center, but kind of in the middle of this kind of circle of tents of varying degrees of moldiness. There's one thing. There's a very small campfire. It's just like a little ring of stones, and there's also a wooden pole with a kind of scrap of dirty yellow cloth hanging from it. And then make a perception check to see what else you see.
What do your cat eyes see?
Okay. So you don't see anybody in the area at the moment. There is just, like, in the center of the kind of fire ring, there's a small kind of smoldering campfire. It's like somebody cooked something maybe recently, or anyway. But one of the tents does look kind of in better order or better shape than the rest of them.
I think I will go in and investigate as stealthily as possible.
Okay.
Tents have food, not friends. Just.
Are you trying to say don't bring back any more? No more stragglers.
It's a bit, yeah.
Unless we're going to eat them. Okay, so you go in. Are you going inside where are you going in this little camp area?
I'm gonna go down the steps, and then I'm gonna stick to, like, the walls, and just kind of go around like a perimeter check.
Okay. So you can certainly make your way around the perimeter, sticking to the shadows of the buildings and more kind of bushes and shrubs, overgrowth. I mean, the buildings are very much as you've seen the other buildings, right? They're ruined buildings with vines growing all over them, all kinds of ferns, clinging to the walls, and some of them have collapsed roofs, and some of them are still kind of holding together just about, or maybe the vegetation's holding them together. It's tough to say. So the tents you see, there's about 8 tents total. Some of them have just completely fallen apart. Like, it's just the framework of the tent that's left. There's very little fabric on them, and it just seems to be a moldy mess. There are a few tents that are in slightly better shape, although they are all kind of a bit moldy looking. So, but out of the few that are in better shape, there is one that does seem to be perhaps a little bit newer. But it does still seem like it's been there for a long time. Like, it's rain stains on the fabric of it, and there's kind of not mold, but almost like green mossy kind of look of the fabric as well. So I
head over to that tent, and I don't know if I have super hearing or not, but I try to listen and see if I can like maybe stick my head underneath.
Okay. So make another perception check for your listen, first of all.
Make a smell check.
Smell.
Well, I didn't know if cats had good smell or not.
Okay. So you don't hear any noises from inside the tent. And as far as like what it smells like mildew. The tent itself smells like moldy fabric.
I'm gonna try to go into the tent just to see.
Okay.
Quietly.
Mm-hmm. Yep. So you can kind of stick your head under the outer fabric of it and kind of have a look inside, and then squiggle under the rest of it. So inside the tent, you see kind of leftover equipment again. There's like a cot, kind of one of these things with the wooden X's at the end and just the 2 bars and the fabric. But the fabric is kind of like you don't think you would trust it to lie down on, it might just give way at any point. And there's kind of like what looks like an empty sack as well as there. What else is there? Remnants of like a bedroll at some point.
Okay.
Oh, do you want to actually so are you searching through the tent or?
Yes.
Okay. So you do see, like, when you're in that tent, you do see caught in kind of the lining of it is this piece of paper.
I gently grab the piece of paper with my mouth.
Okay.
And I put it down on the ground to see if I can. Well, I can understand, right? And see if I can.
Yeah. So it's got like a whole chunk of writing on it, actually. Right. And I think you do maintain your character's intelligence, right? So yeah, you would still have. So it's a letter. It's a letter to somebody called Rue, from somebody called Lord Brixton.
Would I know those names at all?
I don't think you've encountered them before.
Okay.
Right, I'm trying to think. I'm gonna say, if you as a person, if you don't recall them, then
yeah.
But here is the letter.
Do you want me to read this out loud?
Well, everybody can see it. But
okay.
Sure. If somebody could, that would be nice.
No, we're not. Rue, Devlin has a lead on the Eye of Zeltuk. The old goat found an obelisk in the north that marks the entrance to the tomb of the 9 gods. The eye must be within, but the door is magically locked. We think the secret to opening it lies in the holy shrine. We're headed to the ruins to check them out, God willing. We will be back tonight. I know that name. Rosnasi's serpent people are on the prowl. So be careful. If you get into trouble, sound the swan horn twice and we'll come running. For the yellow banner, Lord Brixton. Okay. Do I see anything else in here? Okay.
No.
Well, I'm going to pick up the letter with my mouth again. And I'm going to start heading back.
Okay. All right.
Quietly.
Yep. Let's move to the other group while you're doing that. So you're at the bottom of these steps. Kellisto, you see Kellisto just kind of slinking away in the shadows there. Keep an eye on her for a second, and then you lose track of her because she's too darn stealthy. But what do you want to do now?
follow our intended path to the bridge.
Okay. So yep, you can definitely. Are you being sneaky about this, or are you? Let's go.
Yeah, we're trying to avoid being seen by gargoyles and Yuan-Ti. We'd rather see them first.
Okay. If you're being sneaky, then please make me a stealth check.
Everybody, right?
Everybody.
Everybody must be stealthy.
She is sneaky.
Wow, that's probably one of my worst stealth checks.
Okay. Your travel is. Oh, sorry.
Oh, okay. not yet, Ulfgar. Not yet.
Yeah, your travel is uninterrupted as you make your way round, the buildings, trying to be as sneaky as Kellisto, but somehow you don't all quite feel like you made it. Yep, so you can see there's a bridge in the form of, actually let me read this to you. Where am I? I am here. Okay, a fallen tree bridges the river ahead. Its trunk is wider than a man and stretches more than 100 feet. On both banks lie ruined buildings. Surprise! Ruined buildings in Elmo! Oh my god!
Whoa!
So you said it's more than a man in width?
Yes.
I thought it was just a tree.
It's a big ass tree.
Okay. So Ulfgar, being his usual self, walks up to the bridge and looks at either side, noticing there to be water, and then kind of backs up a little bit and says, "Oh, all right then. Best y'all get across then."
So, are you?
Would you like a lift?
No, I'm fine.
Are you waiting for Kellisto to come back, or she's not quite there yet?
Well,
I'll say that again, Ulfgar. Would you like a lift?
No, I'm fine. I'm just gonna wait this side for Kellisto.
That's not a question.
No, just waiting for Kellisto. I just want to make sure that we're on the other side of the bridge if we get attacked.
Aelia rides up beside Ulfgar, and I'll do a grapple.
Ooh, you're getting grappled by a centaur. Do. Alright, then I think you're...
It's just straight strength, isn't it?
Supposed to get strength or dex opposed, but I would say he wasn't expecting it at all either. So
yeah, I think...
do you want to oppose it?
He would be ornery enough, yeah.
Okay. Oh man!
Oh, wait, hang on, isn't it?
Well, hold on. I might still roll the same.
Wait, hang on a second, because I thought grapple was a strength, just a straight strength check from the person who's trying to grapple, and then the person who's trying to evade being grappled could do like a strength or acrobatics.
They either do athletics or acrobatics, yes.
Oh, athletics or acrobatics.
Which is strength or dex.
So is it an athletics check? Sorry, it's raining really hard.
Wow, it is going down out there.
Is it an athletics check for the person who's doing the grapple?
Oh, I see. You rolled a dexterity save. Okay, yeah.
Not that I want.
Rorax,
not that I'm trying to arrange it. That
an athletics check.
Grappling.
Instead. Athletics check. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh,
there you go. So now let me. Oh, that rain.
There's no resist from you.
Yeah, acrobatics. I don't think I'm gonna get any nat 20 on this one. Yeah, natural 1.
Oh, that worked
so
out
he starts walking and suddenly he's like being lifted into the air. Still walking.
The things are,
and just so that he can't jump off her back, she immediately starts galloping across the.
Gal is holding him.
If you do that, he is going to grapple you back oh god, yeah. For dear life, you know.
Okay.
Gao is used to my shenanigans, so he's already grappling.
I might be grappling Gao in the midst of that, you know, like just the whole like grabbing onto things, drowning the person who's trying to save you from drowning.
Good enough.
Okay, hang on. So as you... Okay, oh, hang on, who's that gonna... One moment.
If ever there was a time to fail a grapple check, I think that would have been it.
Okay, so Aelia, as you're running across the bridge with Ulfgar, you are sniped by an arrow whistles through the air and hits you, and does some damage.
Ooh, square hit. Huh?
Don't drop the dwarf.
Drop the dwarf. I don't know. 1d8. So you take 7 points of damage from this arrow. It pierces into kind of the shoulder of your horse.
This
section.
This isn't going to help reinforce Ulfgar's trust in water being safe.
Does this like make me lose my footing at all, or?
Hang on 1 second. Let me look at the rules. I don't. Make a dexterity check. It's pretty low DC because it is a big tree, but just in case.
Save or check?
Oh, sorry, save. Let's do a save.
Oh no.
Okay, you do drop Ulfgar. Ulfgar, maybe you should make a dexterity save as well to try and
to see if I'm hanging on to her or not.
Grab on to.
So from what I imagine is happening, the arrow hits me. I buck from the shock, and Ulfgar goes flying off my back.
Yep. So Ulfgar, you are your feet are dangling over the side of this trunk.
I totally did a Gimli on a horse on this one, didn't I? Just
it was deliberate. Your feet are kind of so you're not falling in, but you are kind of slightly precariously placed.
Great, yay!
You know, it seems like it. Next turn you could kind of like haul yourself up, and actually let's do turn order now because I like to do that kind of stuff.
We don't have icons to click on.
Oh, that's true. Damn it all. You know what? Well, I can bring over the icons. Hang on 1 second.
Okay.
I'll just put them like somewhere adjacent so that we can grab them. Is that everybody? I think that's everybody. Oh, no, hang on. That wasn't everybody. That was missing Arokh. Okay, that's better. Copy that, and I'm just going to plop them on the map very awkwardly, somewhat close to the tree. And we can use that. Paste. Oh, wow, you guys are huge! Let's maybe remove them kind of, yeah, out the way a little bit. Or Vex is like, and actually we can, let's remove Flippy for now. Oh. Okay, just so you can have the token icon to click on.
So, did you describe the condition of the water? Is it like running under the bridge? Is it damned? Is it running very fast? Calm, peaceful. No sign of any progemoths.
It is kind of churning, right? Because it is not that far from from these waterfalls. So it is it's moving pretty quickly and kind of churning quite a bit as it passes underneath. So it's not, a gentle burn by any means. Okay. Oh, I should probably do one for Valia, shouldn't I? Let me get that. Where are you, Valia? There you are. Sheet, initiative. Okay, is that everybody? We got everybody? Oh, Kellisto, you wanna...
I'm not there, though.
Yeah, this will give me the timing of when you arrive, though.
Oh, okay.
If you don't mind.
Hey. Sorry. Pugmanigans.
Okay, let's arrange those. Okay, so, there we go. That's where we're at. Yeah, Tobias, you see an arrow, hit Aelia. She bucks. There's a moment where Ulfgar's body is tumbling through the air, limbs flailing, and he kind of lands flat on his back and rolls a little bit and ends up with his feet dangling.
He's not very long-legged, so that's a good portion of his body.
How far they are from my position? I'm just stepping foot on the tree trunk.
So I think they're probably... Hang on, just gonna move your token a bit so I can measure, because... let me move that. Because I think the tree trunk is not super wide, so they're probably about 20-30 feet from you. 25
20?
feet. Let's say 25 feet.
Okay. Seeing arrows, I immediately casting Warning Wind.
Okay. So where are you casting it?
It's hang on. Oh, here we go.
Oh, it's okay. So it blows around you in a 10-foot radius. Gotcha.
10-foot radius.
Okay. All right.
And I'm moving towards Aelia and Ulfgar.
Okay. All right.
It's gonna blow us off the bridge.
Okay. All right. So you could. Your movement is what, 30 feet? So you could definitely kind of cast.
My move. Okay. Yeah, my movement is yeah. Okay.
Okay. So you could cast and then move across the bridge, so that you kind of encapsulate the two of them in this, circle of wind.
That's what I meant.
Okay. Okay. Cool. Ulfgar.
Yes.
Your feet are dangling.
So he's cast this wind spell, yes?
Yes.
And he's between me and the side that I'm closest to?
Well, so he, yes. Oh, he's between, Tobias is between you and this side of the bridge. So,
okay.
I'm assuming.
How far to the other side of the bridge, this side, from where I'm at?
About 25 feet.
Well, I'm assuming I'm prone, so do I need to pull myself up, or am I just getting up?
You need to do both. I mean, you're the lower half of your body is dangling off the side of this tree trunk, right? So you need to kind of pull yourself up and then actually get up to your feet.
Right.
So you're not going to have a lot of movement left.
So what do I need to do then? Like to accomplish that, is it just movement? That's it?
Yeah, it's just going to eat up your movement. Yeah.
All right, so I'll do that. And I'll turn on Stone Skin.
Okay.
And with the bonus action, I'll pull out my shield.
Okay. All right.
And that'd be it.
Very good.
And I kind of plant myself in the middle of the bridge, like a statue who's guarding the bridge. Because that went well for the statue before.
Yeah, I think you can't. It is. Yeah, because also the windiness is making the area difficult terrain. So,
yeah.
Okay, cool. Kellisto. I don't know that you're aware of anything that's going on. Just
no. I mean, I did some measurements, and so I move 50 feet per turn, and it's like hundreds and hundreds of feet away.
So you can kind of run if you want.
Well, that's true.
So
yeah, I'll run a little bit. So how far could I move then?
So if you move you can move double, basically.
So, where would I have started when all this began? Would I have been already on my way back?
Yeah.
Move myself right about there.
Okay. Good stuff. Alright, Aelia.
Alright. Aelia, even though there's like a raging wind and Ulfgar's not going to hear this, she says, "Come on, half man, sorry about that," and grapples Ulfgar again.
Once again, not expecting it.
Okay. Ulfgar, are you going to resist? Said grapple?
I guess so, because he wouldn't expect it, and he thinks he's under attack. Because I don't know. Would he know that he's under attack, or would he just think that she threw him down on the ground off the edge of the bridge? Because I was doing the whole stone skin thing with the understanding that she got shot by an arrow.
That's a good point. I don't know if you if you would have seen that or not. Especially because it I described it as hitting Aelia in the front of her body, you know.
Does my passive perception then come into play?
What is your passive perception?
18.
Oh, then yeah, okay, fine. You're as observant as fuck, basically, so you definitely see the you may have even seen it whistling towards Aelia before the whole thing happened. So yeah, you're aware that Aelia was hit by an arrow, and you're aware that it is now Aelia who is trying to kind of
I guess I'd let it happen. He doesn't like being in the air while he's on a bridge over rushing water.
Fair enough.
Very unhappily, begrudgingly allows it to happen.
Okay. Alright. So you're now kind of... Aelia, how do you have Ulfgar? Are you like shoving him on your back, or are you kind of like... You've got him like a sack of potatoes?
Yeah, I throw him on my back almost like you're throwing on a backpack.
Okay, gotcha.
So I have him by one hand, and I pull him up by that hand, and I put it on my shoulder.
Okay, got it.
And just hope he, figures out that he needs to sit either side of my back.
I would have to say that for Ulfgar to successfully maintain his own, trying to steady himself at the process might be slightly challenging, because he also brought a shield out. So I don't know if Ulfgar needs to make something. I know that she can therefore help offset Ryder's poor abilities, but I don't know if a shielded dwarf needs to do anything.
So what, you're worried about Aelia, are you moving this turn as well? Or are you staying where you're at?
I will move, yeah.
Okay. Alright, where are you moving? Sorry, I'm just trying.
I'm gonna continue across the bridge because I want to get towards the sniper. Even though I can't see them, I know it came from that direction.
Okay.
And I can move 40.
Okay. But this is like difficult terrain, so you can make it kind of almost to the edge, because right, difficult terrain, doesn't it have your movement, or?
Yeah.
Okay.
While you're in it, yeah.
Okay. So the windiness, you have to like, actually this reminds me of the walk we were on yesterday. You have to like fight against the wind to like walk forward. So an Ulfgar, you're you have to kind of like grab on to Aelia, you know, get a good grip on Aelia, and Gao is doing the same thing as well. He's like gripping on like with all his little kobold might, and you can see his mouth moving, but you cannot hear what he's saying. Right,
because my beard's probably in his mouth.
So you're able to make some progress across the bridge, but you're a little bit shy of exiting it completely.
Okay.
Okay. And it is at that moment that another arrow flies out of the air. Wait, actually, hang on. If you're moving 20 feet, then you do, at the end of your movement, you are kind of beyond the wind, actually.
Yeah, because it's 10-foot radius.
Yep, so, okay, so then let me,
Welcome back.
Welcome back.
So...
It's centered on Tobias, so yes, we would leave.
Mm-hmm.
Does 15 hit you, Aelia?
Does it?
I don't know. Do you count the shielded dwarf? Is that kind of...
It actually does, yes.
Okay, so another arrow comes whistling out of the air. Well, not out of the air, out of... from kind of this area over here. And what's it do? Okay, so it does. Oh, it helps if I do the slash, huh? So it does 9 points of damage, and you also need to make a Constitution saving throw, please.
How dare you?
We saved these frickin' frogs. What the heck? Do we see who our assailants are at this point?
Hang on 1 second. You could make a perception check to try and see them. But right now I need to see what the thing is. Fine. Okay. No, you do not. Unfortunately, Aelia, you feel like this kind of burning in your veins from the wound, and you probably have experienced being poisoned before, and this is exactly what it feels like. Let's see, so this is going to do some poison damage to you, unfortunately. So that is... Ooh. So it does 13... Oh, that's a lot of ones. Damn it all.
That is a lot of ones.
So it does 13 points of poison damage to you.
That's a lot of twos as well.
Aelia collapses on the wooden bridge.
You only had that many hit points?
Yep.
She's taken 2 arrows as well.
Oh.
I was already on 2/3 health, then I took 1 arrow, then I took a second arrow, and then I got poisoned for 13.
Jeez. Okay.
Okay.
So do I make my survival roll at 0?
Beginning next. What are you?
Next turn. Okay.
Yes. So
Wait,
Valia.
so
Go on.
if you don't mind, were you reduced to 0 or under?
I was reduced to 0.
Ah, so then there's no death saves. You are just
okay.
unconscious
That's good.
and stable. But yeah.
That being said, I'm on a bridge and I was moving at the time.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So what basically, GM, what do you want to do? Do I tumble? What, like?
Well, your momentum is going forward, right? So you do kind of tumble. And let's see, do you have Gow's sheet?
No, you never gave it to me.
Oh no, I'm such a terrible person. Okay, let me look. Grab Kobold. I know he has like a big dex bonus, so I think that you're okay. But we do need to see if Gow is okay. He's gonna make a dex saving throw, and then Ulfgar, you need to also do the same.
Dex save.
Yes, please. Okay, Gow does not land on his feet. He kind of lands prone, but is not in the water. Okay. Ulfgar, you kind of, for some reason, see this coming, or you're able to anticipate what's happening, so you do manage to land on your feet. But you see Aelia in front of you, barely alive.
Right.
Okay. Valia, seeing this, is gonna kind of rush forward, and she's trying to make her way across the bridge. And she kind of gets to the area where Tobias is. She does the kind of battling through the wind thing, walking forward with all her strength. Yeah, okay. And that's kind of where she's going to be. Arokh.
I don't think he heard you.
Oh, sorry. It's Arokh's turn. What would Arokh like to do?
Arokh immediately strikes into the air and going forward, trying to get across the river.
Okay, so he's flying across.
Yeah, he's going to fly across.
Okay, doke. All right. If he devotes like his whole turn to moving, he could make it to the other side.
Then he does that.
Right? Is that? Yeah, because that's. Yeah, he actually would still have a bit of movement left by the time he gets to the other side.
Can he will be able to see the attackers from the above?
Make a perception check.
Perception check. Here it goes.
By the way, I had an 18 perception. I don't know what I saw.
You did not see
Okay.
the attacker.
I wonder why.
Okay, so hang on one second, let me look at one thing about Arokh.
Which is?
40 feet, okay. Okay, yeah, so anything else? Well, is there anything you'd like to do with your bonus action?
I don't think there's anything that he would be able to do since he don't know where the attackers are.
Okay. All right. Then over to Tobias.
Tobias is going to make his way across the bridge next to Aelia.
Okay.
And seeing that she's down, he's going to... he will be able to get close enough to her?
Yep. Yeah, she's not that far away from Tobias, actually. She's only about 20 feet away.
Question is, does she keep getting swept away as he gets closer?
Are you keeping the wind?
Yeah, the wind is still up.
Okay.
Street sweeper Tobias.
You see Gao has to like hang on to Aelia's leg to avoid being swept away by this.
Poor little guy.
And I'm going to cast Cure Wounds on Aelia.
Okay.
On level 1.
Okay. Right, so Aelia gets 13 back when she gets back. Okay. Ulfgar.
So she's been revived, yes?
Actually, I can do that now for her.
Okay.
There we go.
So then...
Oh, I just put 13 hit points back on your Aelia from the cure wounds.
Oh, awesome. Perfect timing.
So how far does Ulfgar think he is from the edge of where the arrow shots were coming from?
One moment, and I can tell you. Hang on 1 second. Make sure. Oh, that's not what I was looking for. You think you're probably about like 85 feet?
Oh dear. All right. Well,
that's a very specific number for for a guess.
I was expecting something like, you think you could get there this turn, or very far. I think it's very far. So what he's going to do is, where is it? He's right next to Aelia, yes? He's going to cast Shield of Faith on her, which will give her a +2 to her armor class. He will then use his Bardic Inspiration on her as he charges forward with the remainder of his movement, which is 25 feet, reduced by 50% because he's now within range of Nerevar again. So that means he goes about 12 feet.
Yeah, but you're shielded from arrows.
He's heading towards the arrows. He looks very stony right now. Actually, he'd stop at the edge of your whirling wind. He would stay within it. How's that?
Okay, fair enough.
Because actually, that's about how far he'd be able to get anyway. So, and that's the end of his turn.
Okay, Kellisto.
I'm going to move right about there, so I should be able to hear and maybe see them. And
you can definitely hear like
tornado sirens.
Quite a bit of movement going on up ahead. Yeah, you can also hear like wind as well. Tobias's warding wind. You can hear that going on. And it just seems to be some kind of commotion. It doesn't sound like battle noises. It just sounds like they're all a bit kind of frantic.
Okay, I should be able to reach them hopefully next turn or so.
Okay. Cool. Right, Aelia.
Great, we're being attacked by panthers too.
Aelia gasps to consciousness. And she's actually got she kind of doesn't understand what happened because she's never been there before. and she's got a wild look in her eyes, and she bolts. So she's going to take full movement to get across and into the brush.
Okay.
She kind of doesn't... She's not taking it in that there's this wall of wind going.
Okay.
So yeah, she bolts on rough terrain, so that would be 40, I guess. 40.
Well, and you have the difficult terrain for like 10 feet of it, and then the rest of it is normal. So.
Oh, okay. So that's actually 70 feet.
So if you might, I would say like minus off 20 feet from your total movement, and.
Okay, then 60 feet.
Okay, cool. So yep, you can bolt kind of. Hang on, I'm just going to move Arokh briefly so we can measure on here. Okay, so if you were just kind of at the edge of the bridge, so 60 feet, you can kind of, make it into all the undergrowth next to these ruined buildings here.
Great. And that's what I do.
Okay. Aelia goes running.
I'm guessing Orvex is just kind of taking cover.
Yeah, Orvex has not set foot on the bridge yet. He is like, kind of a bit scared. Okay. So this thing is going to happen. So Arokh is hit by one of these arrows, and he's going to take 1d8 plus 3 damage.
Whoa.
So he takes 6 damage. And
yeah, that was something.
Well, that was interesting. Sorry, Discord, like, everybody cut out, then 2 cut in, then everyone's back, though.
Okay.
Test.
We're all good here. How are you?
We're fine. How
Camera
are you?
Okay, sorry. What was Valia doing again?
No, it's Valia is going to go in just a second. But right now, Arokh is taking an arrow to the knee.
His adventuring days are done.
So from that, he takes 6 points of damage.
What was hit? What was the roll for hit?
23.
Oh yeah,
and he needs to make a Constitution saving throw. Please and thank you.
Oh no!
That's a good one.
So he feels a bit like the wound burns for a second from this arrow, but then he seems to be able to kind of shake it up or resist it.
Okay,
so,
what was the damage again?
Hang on, no, because he does. Let me check, because I think he still takes half damage, even though. Oh, that's the wrong thing. It's this thing. On half as much on a successful one. So yes, unfortunately, you still take. So you take 6 points of damage from the arrow, and now he's going to take some damage from the poison as well. So he takes 28. Sorry, I'm sorry.
So he doesn't take half poison damage, or is it just full poison?
He takes half of that, so he takes 14. Sorry.
Okay.
Whew.
Sorry. Oh, so it was okay. So 20 total.
20 total, yeah.
He is on the edge.
Living on the edge.
Right.
Now, Valia is going to. She just busts a move, like she's just struggling through the wind, and just is like running flat out after Aelia. So she'll kind of catch up with you, Aelia. She's just like looking around. You see her looking up at the buildings, just trying to. And actually, let's give Valia a perception check. Maybe she can spot. She has a good perception. No,
She's focused.
Yeah, so you see her looking up at the buildings, Aelia. If I don't know, as if you're too panicked to take it in, but that's what she's up to. Okay, Arokh.
Yeah, probably a little panicked right now, but calming down.
Okay.
Arokh's. Is there a dense foliage?
Yes, there is foliage up against the buildings.
Arokh's. He going to try to blend into the foliage.
Okay. So he's gonna kind of fly towards some of the lower trees, and
Yes.
okay. Could you make a stealth check for me, please, if he's trying to hide? Arokh does a hide. Oh, he does a pretty good hide. All right.
And he's going to try again, searching for the attackers.
Oh yeah, another perception check then, please.
It's a leaf on the wind.
Perception.
Nope. I'm afraid you still don't see him. Or her. Or them.
Or them.
Okay. How about Tobias? What is Tobias doing?
Tobias is on the other side with the Aelia. And of course he's going to try to search for the very very assaulting person.
Okay. It's like everybody's rolling 18.
What is with those 18s?
Those are good stats to roll for a character. Looks like we might need those rolls soon.
You don't see, you do not see the attacker or attackers.
I'm still going to keep up the warding wind.
Okay. All right. Ulfgar, how about you?
Gonna continue stumbling through Tobias. He can't go faster than him. That's all he can do.
Wait, where did Tobias end his turn? Are you still on the bridge?
Oh, and by the way,
on the other side.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Right,
so
but you
kind
went in front of him, and he's trying to get past you.
He's on the other side.
So he's got to continue back through it again. So, so as soon as he starts making progress, you just like walk past him, and you're
I'm
like,
just
"What are
saying,
you doing?"
could go around. It's a 10-foot radius. You could go around.
But I thought we're off the bridge now. Okay.
Yeah, I'm trying to shield Aelia because she looks wounded.
Which, by the way, Aelia, you would not have gotten inspiration. I'm sorry. It was within it was within the wind, and you wouldn't have been able to hear it.
Oh no!
Dang it! I was kind of planning on using that.
So guess what, Ulfgar? Since he's not in the wind when he starts his turn, gives you inspiration. So that's half of his inspiration already used. Woohoo! And then he's gonna. Oh god, is he gonna cast some kind of set? He wants to see if he can see the attackers before he shoots anything at them. How's that? Can I make a perception?
Yeah, go for it.
Okay, let's. Come on. This +8 better get me something good. Come on. It's better than an 18, okay?
You see, as you're looking up at the buildings, you see a shadow hop or leap between one kind of ruined building up on the roof and then the neighboring one. So
how big was this shadow? Like Froghemoth? Or like little baby frog that we might have like saved from falling in lava pit?
It wasn't frog-like at all. It was very humanoid and looked perhaps a little taller than average, but yeah, otherwise kind of looked like a tall human size.
Do I feel that I'd be able to shoot it?
Yeah, probably.
Without it going through Nerevar's wind tunnel.
If you wait, hang on. You're saying shoot it this round? Or?
Yes.
Well, did you go? You said you didn't go around Nerevar's wind tunnel.
He
though.
walked past me, or he went past me.
Okay.
So I'm basically at the back side of his wind wall. Okay. He's in front of me.
So you haven't moved this turn yet?
No, but if I feel that I could move around his wind wall
yes.
and take the shot, then I would.
Yes, exactly.
Okay. So that's what I'd like to do. And yeah. Oh, by the way, you still would have gotten that magic shield. That was just a touch spell. There was nothing to be heard that time. So I will cast Guiding Bolt.
Okay.
In hopes that Saint Nick will
be
here.
Do you know Guiding Bolt?
I do. I'm a level 1 sorcerer now.
He's been learning from Tobias.
I have. I've learned a lot of spells from you guys. 21 to hit. No, wait.
That's perception.
Why is that? Oh, is that damage? That's damage. Why did that not do a hit? Oh, wait a second.
I didn't again.
Hold on. I just hit escape. Let me. It's the same stats as a Thunder Wave, so I'll roll the Thunder Wave stuff, but I'll click on the Guiding Bolt. I'll roll a Guiding Bolt now. So a natural 20.
Okay. Yeah.
So the damage, the official damage that I'm rolling is 10 multiplied by 2 because there's no add-ons. It's just 4d6.
Okay.
So that's 20 radiant damage, and whoever hits it or tries to attack it next gets advantage.
And he should be visible for all of us.
Well, he should be.
Even if he's hiding, though?
Uh,
Here's what I'll do, right? Because you just saw Ulfgar fire at something with this guiding bolt.
Oh, it does say thanks to the mystical dim light glittering on the target until then. That's what grants the advantage on the next attack.
Ulfgar, why do you have it? Because you just saw Ulfgar fire at this, I will say that. Sorry, there's a line. There's that you have advantage on your next perception check to spot this hiding entity. I think that's fair because it is hiding.
Okay.
mm-hmm.
Well, wait, it says it covers it with glittery goodness?
It says that the next person to attack that target gets advantage, and it says that it's due to the mystical dim light that glows off of the creature.
Okay. So yeah, you would still get advantage if you try to hit it, but it is still hiding, so you've got to see it first. But I'll also give you advantage on spotting it because Ulfgar has. You saw where Ulfgar sent the guiding bolt. So and now it is a little bit more obvious. It's tough to hide when you're glowing and glittery, but they are still hiding. So
there you go. He gave you double advantage.
Advantage on your advantage. Okay.
And
so
any further movement, he can get to move towards the creature without going into the.
Okay, I'm going to put. Yeah. Okay. So, yeah, you see when you saw the creature, it was kind of on this building back here.
Okay.
Okay.
And and that was 120 foot range that I had for that spell.
Okay.
And I'll be back in just a second.
Okay. All right. Kellisto.
All right. I think I should be able to get basically on the far side almost to the log. So can I see what's going on?
Yes, you see the running. There's like Ulfgar and Valia, and think you saw Aelia as well disappearing in amongst all the undergrowth. But they seem to be running towards like the other buildings out there. But actually, as soon as you kind of approach here, Orvex runs out and says to you, "Be careful on the bridge. There's somebody firing on us."
Okay.
So he gives you.
So how far across is the bridge?
So the bridge is. Oh, hang on, Tobias. I'm moving you again. I'm sorry. I need to measure the bridge. Bridge is about.
Okay.
55, 60 feet across.
Well, that's all my movement for this turn.
Okay.
I will.
Oh, you are still a panther, right?
Yes.
Okay. I'm trying to think if Ulrich. Yeah, he saw you morph into a panther.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, he's assuming that's me. Hopefully.
Random panther he runs out to. They were going to meet a panther at the bridge, so he's kind of he's a fairly observant dude as well.
I think I'll stay a panther for now, and just kind of.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll wait till my next turn.
Okay. All right, Aelia.
Okay. I can never remember, is inspiration 1d4 or 1d8?
1d8. It varies per bardic level cast.
Ooh, me. Okay.
Gross.
What are you using it for?
I'm adding to my amount of healing.
Oh, I don't know that it works like that, actually. Hold on. I think it adds to, like, attack damage, but I don't think it'll do that. Here, I'll do this. That's what it'll work for.
Ah, okay. Well, just 6.
Okay.
Sorry, I usually click that after I give advantage, or after I give it. My bad.
And then, because she's not a wild horse, she's a centaur. She has come to by this point.
Okay.
And she's going to make a perception check.
Okay.
Yeah, okay. Perception check.
That's a good perception.
Are you trying to spot your attacker?
Yes. So roll a 31. Do I see them?
Yes, definitely. You see a humanoid figure crouching on the roof up here, and you're pretty sure it's a tabaxi.
Sorry, which roof was that?
Sorry, this one over here.
Okay. She shouts, Catman. Yeah.
Duck on it,
in common. Catman.
Thought he liked daggers.
You see a kind of
Stabby tubby.
stabby tubby.
Mm-hmm.
He shoots a glance towards you, and is clearly disturbed that he's been found out. So with that in mind, he leaps away. Oh, sorry. Is there anything else you would like to do, or you're?
I did the ability check. I did the heal. I guess I'll move as much as I can. I would say the brush would be difficult, but I'm going to move to like the corner of this tower.
Okay. Cool. Yeah.
Yeah. So I think my character can do that. I'm like here. Yep. Mm-hmm. I can move to the corner.
Okay. All right. So you move to the corner, and you've got kind of a bead on this tabaxi. You're looking at him, and he leaps away.
As tabaxi do.
as Tabaxi do, and he is going to try and hide from you. And he's going to fail. Yep. So he leaps away in an effort to kind of conceal himself and cannot do so.
I can see his tail curling out behind like a roof tile.
He always forgets about that damn tail. It's got a mind of its own. Okay, Valia.
So,
sorry.
Aelia, if this is a what does it mean when something is easy to do and would not take a full action? Anyway, if it's okay, I'm going to just point towards where the Tabaxi is for the others.
Mm-hmm. Yep, like a free action kind of thing.
Free action, that's the one.
Yep, you can certainly do so. Which Valia is going to try and see if she can spot it. As it's failed its hide, she does definitely spot it. But I'm not sure. Hang on, let me look at her. What's the range on javelins?
It's pretty good. I think it's like increments of 60 feet for minimum. Hold on.
Javelin. What is your range?
Javelin. Boop. It is
30 to 120.
Yep. So beyond 30, it's a disadvantage.
Okay. She's instead, you see her kind of run. Hang on, turn order, you're always in the way. You see her kind of run this direction. She seems to be of the mind that maybe she needs to get a bit closer. And then she's kind of, Aelia, you can see she's kind of like looking down the walls of the building, and kind of leaps through one of the broken, what looks like where a window used to be many decades ago. She leaps through this opening in the wall and disappears from view. So Valia is now kind of inside this building.
Right.
Right, Arokh.
Arokh is going to follow the Tabaxi, staying hidden.
Okay, make a stealth check. Hopefully you can do better than the Tabaxi did.
We shall see, yeah.
Oh yeah, okay. Let me look at his passive perception, see if he can... Okay, alright.
Whoops, sorry. It's trying to shrink my icon. It doesn't
So, yeah, whereabouts is Arokh going?
Arokh is going here. He's saying to try. It's English. Hang on. He's going to where he is. He's here on.
Okay.
On the rooftops, or he's, where he's...
Yeah, he's the red X. Sorry, the tokens are just way too big. He's this red X.
Okay, so he's like then Arokh will be proceeding next to the building, and he's going to try to climb on it.
Okay, so Arokh's like climbing up the side of the building, kind of thing.
Yeah, and this the lower one.
Okay. All right. That's probably going to take Arokh's turn. To do it stealthily as well.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And Tobias.
Since the Tabaxi is visible, Tobias is trying to aim his guiding bolt towards him.
Has anybody tried attacking him? The Tabaxi?
That's what Nerevar's just trying to do.
I meant
because
this, since I cast Guiding Bolt.
No.
Then you have advantage to hit.
Chaining Guiding Bolts over and over.
Now you have advantage. Now you have advantage.
You have advantage.
You have advantage.
Yep, that hits.
We'll be on level 1. Sweet.
That's pretty good.
Mhm.
And he's going to move closer towards.
Okay. Alrighty. Ulfgar.
I have no concept of where Ulfgar is in comparison to where this guy is at this point.
I think you're kind of like round the front of, you know, this tower here at the moment.
I guess I would try and go around the corner to see where he went. I'm assuming he's no longer within my view.
Hang on. Oh.
Because the tabaxi moved.
He did move, but he completely whiffed it as hiding.
Aelia is also indicating him to you.
Yep. I just wasn't sure where I was before, because I was already pretty far back.
You know why I stuck to
there
an
was
X.
a building between me and him where he is now. So.
Okay. So yeah, you can come around the corner and make a perception check. He's pretty easy to spot at this point. I'm just actually, I don't know that you can fail, right? Because he rolled a 1, so there's not really much point in rolling. Because
10. There you go.
Okay. Yeah, you see this slightly burnt tabaxi.
I use whatever normal movement I can.
You smell burning fur. That doesn't smell good.
I use whatever normal movement I can to move closer to him. I have no idea if there's a wind wall between me and him.
Is Tobias, have you dropped the wind wall now that you did your guiding bolt?
Yes.
Okay. So no wind wall.
Okay. Then in that case, I will. Let's see. Do I have? All right. Fireball.
I think it would expire anyway.
Pew pew.
Up to this point.
I missed.
You missed.
I rolled it too.
Even with advantage. Okay. All right.
The jungle catches on fire. We're all gonna die. Okay.
There's one way to clear that area.
Is Aelia nearby in my movements?
Aelia. Oh, hang on, Arokh. I'm moving you for 1 sec. Aelia is standing right at the corner of this tower.
Okay.
Boop, boop.
And is she nearby to me? Because I still don't know where I am.
Yeah, I think so, because you would have had to like come round the side of the tower.
Okay.
Maybe we should use little blobs. Can we use little blobs?
We could just use our own colors.
Yeah, that's fine.
Like,
little circles, right? You can draw a circle.
There you go. There's me. You can move me if you want. A little green blob.
No comment.
Blobby. Just call me Blobby.
God.
So, he would cast.
Blobby.
Oh shoot! He can't cast because he's already cast once. Fudge. But that was a cantrip.
Is it an action to cast it though?
No, it's a bonus action. But if it's a cantrip in that, but I still have my shield, so I can't do it. All right, so I screwed myself over. Let's just give inspiration to her again. And I'll use up another one of my inspirations. And
so your inspiration is a bonus action, right?
It is.
Okay. Yeah, Firebolt is an action to cast. Firebolt is an action.
Right, but it's also a cantrip. I was trying to figure out.
Still an action.
Right, but I was thinking of doing a healing word, which was a bonus action, but I would be casting 2 spells, so I'm not going to bother.
Okay.
Yeah, you can't do 2 spells.
Alright, so you do inspiration to Aelia? Is that what you said?
Yeah.
Okay. Right. Now we've got that sorted. Kellisto.
I'm going to head over the tree.
You've got a yellow man on your face.
Okay. Alright.
You should acquire a turquoise dot.
I will do that.
Yeah, sorry, the map is... There's no, like, separate map for this area, so you have to deal with the zoomed in version, I'm afraid.
I have a square.
That works. That totally works.
Oh, even Miss Fancy here with the square and the 4 right angle.
Now, when I get here, can I see? I can't see what's going on yet. Can I? Is anyone like near the tree, or they've all gone into the city? Sorry, I got distracted by.
I think you're next to Tobias.
Life. Okay.
Yep.
You probably saw Ulfgar shoot fire from his
and
hand.
you saw Tobias. Like just as you were running across the bridge, kind of you see Tobias let loose a guiding bolt, and following its beam, you notice kind of you'd have view on like this side of the tower, if that makes sense. Like this, the gap between this side of the tower and the causeway, you have view of this corner of the building right here. So you do see this tabaxi crouched down on the rooftop, just get totally nailed by this guiding bolt.
Oh, he's in my range.
Uh-oh.
Pew pew. Oh, I see that. She's biting her bottom lip. This is good.
Yep, he's in my range.
I'm excited.
Oh, God. Hold on to your back of nails.
What's she gonna do?
I'm trying to get back to the page, but I'm just having lots of internet delay.
Oh, no.
Storm from the X-Men has arrived on the scene.
I
called lightning.
Heck yeah.
Oh,
God. Oh, God. Alright, so he's going to make a dex save. He's going to try. Oh, he does. Okay. Does he take half damage, though, from that?
I don't know. You
Just
have access.
I think so.
If he's a rogue of some sort, he might be able to avoid it altogether.
Cool lightning.
I gotta look it up.
Yeah, you do take half damage on a success. Oh, okay. Alright. So roll the damage. Oh, no, sorry, you already did, didn't you? It's 16 lightning damage.
Yeah.
Okay. So, looking at him, you would have expected him to take lightning damage because, everybody takes lightning damage. It's just a matter of how much. But somehow, he's so stealthy, the way his cat body shifts out the way of this lightning is uncanny, and he doesn't appear to take any damage from it. Sneaky.
I heard a keyword done there.
Oh, yeah? Did I say
yeah.
it? Damn it.
Well, as long as he's within
Well, you said one of 2 words.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Oh, is there anything else you would like to do, Kellisto? I think you've got a bonus action left.
I used that to turn back to human.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
I realized after I did all this that I was still a cat, so I'll just...
The good news is she can just keep doing that, though.
Right.
I know. That's great.
Dance, kitty, dance.
Wow. So rude. Alright, Aelia.
Alright. I'm going to... Yep. I'm stalling. I'm gonna Sacred Flame from here, I think.
Okay. I think it's a dex save.
Cantrips. It's the only way to go these days.
Oh, he misses. Oh.
Ah.
Well, he doesn't miss, but he fails. What the hell is Tabaxi? Yep, and you'd think that he was...
A glowing drop of fire lands on his...
Okay. Yeah, he takes all that damage. Ouch. So where is he? There he is.
Good.
His beautiful green mohawk is now like a black.
Oh, do you guys want to see?
This guy? One of those characters in Animaniacs who have been exploded by a bomb.
There we go. This is who you are in battle with.
Oh, he looks really cool.
Why is he called Bag of Nails?
Tabaxi names are always like, yeah, that's kind of the
Smoke on the horizon, bag of nails.
Yeah. The candor, is that the right word? Cadence.
Yeah,
Cadence for Tabaxi names.
Is Bag of Nails meant to refer to his quiver of arrows?
Maybe. Maybe. If you don't kill him, you can ask him.
Even if I kill him, I can ask him.
Damn it!
No prisoners.
Oh. Okay. So, anything else you would like to do?
I am going to. Yes, I'm going to move.
Okay.
He's Khajiit.
To there.
Khajiit did nothing. Khajiit is innocent of this crime.
He has no wares for sale.
I have no words for you.
Go bother someone else.
Okay, then it is his turn next, and what he does is, and Tobias and Kellisto can see kind of where he is, but he drops down in between. Oh, that went well. In between. Oh, I need to select the whole thing. In between the building and this causeway chunk here, he kind of drops down from the roof. You see him kind of roll as he lands, and then he moves a bit further kind of along the wall to the east, and now he's gonna try and hide. Okay.
Okay.
So for the folks like all over here, he's dropped out of view. But Tobias and Kellisto, you might be able to see him. Okay. Valia is scrambling around inside the building, as far as you know. Arokh.
Did Arokh saw him jumping out where he jumped?
You see him like disappear off the edge of the roof.
He's going to follow him in the same direction.
Okay.
While he is in this building?
She is, yeah.
Okay.
Oh, thank you. It's a Valia blob.
Yeah, he's going to move alongside the building, and of course he's going to try to be stealthy.
Okay. So make a stealth check.
Nope.
And then, do you want to make a perception check, see if you can see Mr. Bag of Nails?
Yes.
And I think Mr. Bag of Nails is going to swap out his X for a single.
No need.
Okay. Alright, yep, you seem to have lost track of him in amongst like all the weeds and whatnot.
I could give Arokh blind sense.
There we go. It's big enough to grab now. Okay. Cool. Right. Tobias.
Tobias is going to run up the stairs to kind of get a higher vantage point.
Mm-hmm.
So
make a perception check. See if you can see our Tabaxi friend.
Yeah, as the perception. Oh, come on.
Nope, you've lost track of him in amongst all the overgrowth. Alright. Ulfgar?
Ulfgar's going to cast a spell before moving. In this case, he's going to cast Healing Word on Aelia. He's going to cast it at level 2. That'll give you 10 points of health.
Danke.
And don't forget, you still have Inspiration. And then he will move a short distance. Oops, that's not... I clicked this. There we go. Dwarf, go!
Okay.
I choose you.
All right.
They ran away. And I guess that's all he can do for now.
So actually, we're gonna do that because I think everybody has lost track of him now. Oh well, Kellisto actually may be the last person to see. So Kellisto, do you wanna?
So do I roll the lightning again to get, or is it just the same amount? Because it lasts for 10 minutes.
Ah, okay.
You concentrate on it, and therefore each turn you'll have to roll for damage again. But each turn you'll also have to roll to see if it hits. Basically, you just don't have to cast the spell again. You can just say, I'm maintaining your lightning, and then you do everything over again that you did before.
Okay. So I rolled it again.
Okay. So he gets, well, okay. Takes. He fails. So he takes another chunk of damage, and you hear him call out, "Stop, please!"
All right, that's it. That's it from me.
Okay. Aelia.
Upon hearing his cry, she's going to run towards the voice. But she's also going to yell back, "You didn't stop when I was crossing the bridge."
Fair enough. Alright,
That would have been that's a full move.
Okay, got it. Alright.
Does she see him when she pops around
make
the
a
corner?
perception check. See, he is hiding. Actually, I would need to go. Where is his hiding? Oh, there it is. Okay.
No.
Nope. It's a shrub. You come around the corner expecting to see him.
Hang on.
Oh.
Oh yeah, you get to add in
inspiration.
17.
Oh, 17 meets his stealth check, so I think that means you can see him.
That damn tail.
Yeah, just tail poking out of the brush.
Alright, so he sees you and he cowers and tosses aside his bow and just cowers kind of and he says, "It is my way. I have to die. I have to die in the hunt now. It is the way."
Is he speaking in common?
Yes, he is. He says,
And upon hearing that, she says, "Then why are you cowering? Wouldn't you embrace this death?" And she trots a couple of steps.
He says, This is not a hunt, though you are not my prey." He says, "I need creatures to hunt.
Are we still in?
Please spare my life."
turn order at this point?
No, I think we could probably break unless somebody makes like an attack action, I guess.
She says, she takes another couple of steps towards him and says, then why were you hunting us at all?
At that point, Valia kind of climbs out the window, and you see her her lips are curled back in this rows of pearly teeth, and she says, "I think I should eat him." Is there anything else anybody else is doing while Aelia is having this conversation with the Tabaxi?
I'd like to.
I just walk toward them.
Yeah, I'd like to
See what's going on.
take my 7
it's
turns
kinda
to
like
catch
that.
up.
Tobias taking his time to go and look at the situation from up the walkway.
Okay.
And Arokh is going to back up Aelia. So
Okay.
Aelia says, I won't stop you this time, Valia.
Wow. Things just got real.
Bag of Nails says, he says, it is my mind is gone. He says, I'm just here to hunt. He says, I shouldn't have hunted you, but now, he says, I wish to have a hunter's death. He says, but this is not a good hunt. I need to hunt the King of Feathers.
Are you serious?
That's what he says.
Okay.
He says, I've been looking for him. I've been searching.
Right.
Aelia looks lost in thought.
Valia.
If anyone else wants to do a thing.
Oh, yeah, go ahead. I'll do Valia last.
He'd see the stone dwarf trotting up, hearing the last bit. Who's this Lord of Feathers? And what's the idea of poking my friends with poison arrows?
He says the King of Feathers, he is the trophy here that my heart desires. He says, if I could hunt him, that would be a good death.
Ulfgar kind of makes this motion like...
Aelia actually trots right up to him, and then with her front legs, she kind of bends them down so she can get her head, so she's staring into his eyes. And she says, I can make you my puppet after you're dead.
Make an intimidation check. I assume that's kind of what you're going for.
Yep.
I think you just intimidated Ulfgar.
So he is, he's like, oh, the dead walk this land already. He's like, one more to their ranks would not mean very much. So is anybody else doing anything?
Ulfgar's just confounded by this guy. He speaks common, but he doesn't speak it in a way that Ulfgar comprehends and understands it.
Okay. How about you, Kellisto and Tobias and Arokh?
Well, I came to the party kind of late, so I'm just sitting there going, what's going on? Why are we not killing him?
Oh,
We were killing him earlier.
Is there a panther
Why are we
here?
not killing him now?
Tobias is going to turn to or bag of nails and said, "We cannot make you go alive unless you will find it useful for us."
Chatter says, "Just kill him. Tabaxi will stab you in the back as soon as you turn. Just kill him. Murder him now. It is inevitable."
Oh, right.
So I think at that point, while you guys are deciding kind of the fate of this Tabaxi, it is actually where we're going to leave it. We have a slightly shorter session today, a little bit due to the time change. So gives folks a week to think about whether they really want to kill him, and for Monkey hopefully to return and do a much better job role-playing eating the giant cat. So
all right, so thanks everybody for coming out. We'll post this up soon on the YouTube channel. We'll see you later. Thanks again. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.